Hi everyone, it's Mel here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a different type of video. It is actually a tag video and it is called Luxury Items I Can't Live Without. Now I was tagged by two lovely ladies, the first being Jerusha from JerushaCouture. Now I'm sure all of you already know Jerusha. She's an amazing Australian YouTuber. She's been around YouTube for ages in the luxury market and she was definitely one of the reasons why I started my channel. So I think she's inspired many of us. So thank you, babe, for tagging me. And the second person is AJ from MeandMrVuitton. Thank you so much, lovely, for tagging me as well. So I had two lovely ladies tag me. So I definitely wanted to do this video because personally, I love watching these type of tag videos. And so how this tag originated was from Eva, from Eva in the City. Hi, Eva, if you're watching. And Eva's got a fabulous channel as well. I just love our whole community here. I think everyone's really supportive. And, you know, whenever there's a tag video like this, I think we all get in and we just join in the fun. So Eva started this tag and I will link her channel below too. So basically Eva gave us 5 categories and we only can pick one out of each category. And this was pretty tough. I had to think about this a lot while doing this. So let's start off with the first category and it is what bag in the category of bags, what bag could you not live without? Now, let me just preface all this by saying, of course we can live without luxury items, but just for the purpose of this video, in these categories, what couldn't you live without? And for me, for those that have been following my channel and following my Instagram, this was a pretty easy choice for me. And it is my Holy Grail Malchite Birkin. Now, guys, you know the process in which I had to go through to get this baby. If you haven't, I will link it down below. And it's basically how to get a Birkin in Paris. She's so special to me because one, I got her in Paris at the mothership store after quite a few attempts. And secondly, this is a bag that I have been dreaming for like 18 years. So when I finally got her this year, it was like, oh my gosh. So I love her to bits. So this is my Birkin size 30. The color is called Malachite, which is this beautiful forest green. I'm not sure if it's going to pick up on the camera. It's in Togo leather, which is a very popular type of leather and also very durable, and with the palladium hardware. So when I was offered this, I can't tell you how beyond excited I was because this and the black were my top choices. And you know, the Malachite was actually my first choice in color. So to be offered that in the mothership store and my dream bag, this had to be hands down the winner of this category. So the second category was, what is your favorite SLG? SLG meaning small leather good. So for this one, I found it a little bit hard because there are a couple of things that I use on a daily basis. But thinking about the one I probably couldn't live without, and for me, I sort of equated this to the one I probably use the most, is my LV mini pochette. And as you guys can see, it is pretty jam-packed because I use her pretty much every day. Unless I'm using my Chanel Square Mini, which is the only thing this can't fit, I use her all the time. Sometimes I even just take her out on her own. So this is in the Damier Ebene, so I do not have to worry about this. I don't baby it, nothing. I just chuck it in my bag. And the reason why I picked this is because this is literally my junk drawer. I use it for everything. So if I'm using it like just earlier today, I just brought this out. I just put everything in there. So, you know, if I've got a card case, it fits my card case. I've got my keys and I've got like tissues. I've got Panadol. I've got like makeup. So this is just so useful to me and I just love her and she comes with me in every single bag. So that is why I picked this as the small leather good that I could not live without. Third category is shoe. Now, this is probably the one I struggled with the most. Like, I actually have quite a collection of designer shoes and I rotate them a lot. And I was looking through my collection and, you know, I've loved designer shoes for years and years and I just could not decide which one I like because yeah, I use all of them. And I love the Chanel espadrilles, but I mean, they're not as comfy to me as what everyone else says, so I couldn't pick them. And it just came down to, out of all of them, which is the one I use the most. So I guess in a way, that's probably the one I couldn't live without the most. But this was a category that was pretty difficult for me to actually pick. But I did end up picking these. And they are my Chanel black pumps. So this is what they look like. They've just got a pearl detail at the back. And I actually only bought these this year. The reason why I picked these is because out of all my shoes, I was just looking through them, as I said before, and I've worn these to death. Like, I wish I bought them in the camel colored too. They are just such a classic shoe. The heel height isn't too high for me. I love the pearl detail. I just love everything about this shoe. I love the contrast with the toe cap, the grosgrain, and then the leather. They're just super comfortable to me. I wear them for work. I wear them with jeans. I wear them with dresses. I've just worn these so many times that I'm just kicking myself I didn't get it in another color. So for me, if I had to pick out of my designer shoes, it would be the Chanel black pumps. So what was next was jewelry, and this was another toughie for me. I actually found this really tough. I was watching some of you guys and you're like, oh, that's easy, it's this item. Oh, that's easy, that's this item. I was like standing there looking at my jewelry and thinking, what are you going to pick, Mel? Like, for those of you that have watched my videos too, you know that I am obsessed with Chanel earrings, and I've actually done 2 videos on my Chanel earring collection. So if you're interested in that, I will link them down below as well. But yes, I have quite a lot of Chanel earrings. So I knew, yes, it's going to be Chanel earrings. So I can honestly say I love my Chanel earrings to bits. I wear them like 5 out of 7 days, and yeah, I wear all of them. So it was really, really tough. I was also just standing there for a while thinking, which one do I pick? Because look, there are definitely ones I use more, but the one item I picked this instance had to do with more sentimental value. And it is because it was the first piece that started my whole obsession with Chanel earrings. And it is actually this vintage pair here. I will also insert a close-up picture of gold Chanel earrings. This was my first pair of Chanel earrings probably 14 years ago. And I love vintage Chanel earrings as well as the newer ones too. But yeah, I love these. They're still in perfect condition, or not in perfect condition, but the same condition as when I got them. And back then, the Chanel vintage pieces used to be plated, so they are a little bit heavier, but not too weighty. And also all the vintage pieces tend to be clip-ons. So my ears are used to them now, but if you're not used to clip-ons, they do hurt after a few hours, but I think my ears are just immune. This earring can actually be worn 2 ways as well. So for that reason, because it was my first pair, it was the pair that got me obsessed and started my whole collection, I had to go with this beautiful gold pair of Chanel vintage earrings. So the next category was, what perfume or makeup item could you not live without? And I'm not that much of a perfume person. I'm actually pretty boring. I've probably used the same perfume for like 10 years, though I'm trying to get into different perfumes now. So my pick was actually makeup. If I could only just pick one piece of makeup and I couldn't leave the house, I would wear lipstick. So that is why I picked lipstick. And I don't know if this is actually considered a luxury brand, but it is, they're not cheap lipsticks. They're definitely not Chanel prices, but they're not like drugstore sort of prices as well. And the item I picked is actually these lipsticks here. And they're actually called Kat Von D Everlasting lipsticks. And I've only probably discovered them this year as well, but I cannot live without them. I mean, lipstick in general, I can't live without, but now I can't live without these. That's why I've got 3. And I am actually wearing one on my lips now, which is Berlin. Why do I love these? Firstly, they stay on your lips. Like, I know I've tried lots of, you know, liquid lipsticks that's supposed to stay on your lips, and these really do stay on. And I'm a little bit lazy and I don't like to keep reapplying, so I don't have to worry about that. They last a long time. And secondly, they're not drying. You know how this liquid lipsticks are just, I don't know, they just feel really, really dry because they're quite matte. This does not feel dry, so they last a long time. They're not drying, and I just love the color, the vibrancy. It's the pigmentation. I just love the color. So I will definitely be going back and be purchasing more of these colors because I love these liquid lipsticks that much. So that's my pick for that category. And so the final category Eva put up was miscellaneous, which was really interesting actually. I'm glad that she put this category up because really it could be any luxe item that you couldn't live without. And again, this was a little bit challenging for me because I'm not sure what I can't live without. And I was racking my brain and then it just sort of dawned on me, yes, this is the one item I can't live without, for the reason being it is my first ready-to-wear piece I've bought, and it's from Chanel. For those that follow me on Instagram, if you haven't, this is my Instagram name here. I invested earlier this year in this piece. So this is the Paris in Rome little black jacket. And I have not bought any sort of ready-to-wear, any designer ready-to-wear before. And it just took me a long time before I invested in this because, look, it is definitely not cheap, but this jacket, from what my sales associate told me, was the closest one to the one that Coco Chanel wore. And it is just so, so beautiful. I mean, I was trying to resist so much that I didn't even try it on, because if I try it on, I was like, no, I would fall in love. I would fall in love. I am so glad I took the plunge and invested in this because I've actually worn this jacket much more than I actually thought. She goes with everything. I wear her with denim. I wear her even to work. I'm going to get as much cost per wear out of this. And you know what? I think with Chanel, their tweed jackets are just so, it is going to stand the test of time, and it is going to last, you know, 10, 20, 50 years from now. And this to me is another heirloom piece that I'm definitely going to be passing down to my daughter. So for that reason, I've picked this because, one, it's going to be an heirloom piece. Two, it's special because it's my first ready-to-wear piece. And I just really adore the whole style. So guys, that is all the items that if I had to pick in the category that I couldn't live without. And I'm sure, look, everybody may interpret this tag a little bit differently. This is just how I've interpreted it. But it was so much fun. So thank you for starting that tag, Eva. I also would like to tag a few people. I would like to tag my dear friend Karis from LvLover CC. She's another one that totally inspired me to start my channel. So hi, Karis. I would also like to tag the lovely Siv from Inside Siv's Closet, Amy from FashionablyAMY. I would like to tag Arabella from Arabella Golby, Sue from Shopaholic Sue, and another fabulous Australian YouTuber, June from heyyyjune. So girls, I would love to see what luxury items you couldn't live without, and I will leave all their names in the description box below as well. So I hope you enjoyed that tag video, guys. It was a lot of fun to make. If you want to do this, I also opened this tag up to everybody. Just leave the link in the description box below because I personally love watching these as well. So have a fabulous day or night, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!